Are you ready for the best damn sports radio show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
Every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to Man Hour After Dark. Say that thing. While I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cone. You know who coming to the sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that.
Go. You know that that's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the court. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short, still listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Starts like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're after dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches won't cut short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzz beaters. We coming live all through your speakers, go.
And what is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckhouse here with the Man Hour. Head over to manhourradio.com as I've been working hard on the website to update it, make it a little bit more user-friendly there. So be sure to head over there, check it out. Check out the merchandise page as well, as we got the Man Hour flag tees up there right now, ready for 4th of July celebration. So we got red, white, and blue over there. And I got some gray as well because, you know, some people like that athletic gray shirt as well. We do got some action-packed show for you tonight. But before we get too carried away, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. And be sure to, most importantly, comment throughout the show. Let us know what you're doing. We are generally interested of how your day is going. So I see Michelle already up in the chat here. What is up, Michelle? And what is up, Man Hour Nation? On tonight's show, guys, we got ain't nobody got time for that. That is a fan favorite and is actually fan invented. So we're pretty excited about that. Then we're going to talk some Alabama quarterbacks, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who is the biggest threat to Tampa Bay Buccaneers? And we got some Deshaun Watson. And then, of course, we got Lamar Jackson, the not even a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. Let's just be flat out honest. But a top 10 host in all of America, Mr. Brandon BC Combs at manhour_Combs. What's going on, Combsy?
Not much. Michael Buckheister, Man Hour Nation, Big X Radio. What is going on, man? I am pumped up. I am pumped up to talk some sports tonight. I've been in some Facebook arguments. I missed the show last night, but by the time I got home, some stuff had happened in hockey, some stuff had happened in basketball. And, like, things went south quick with me and some Facebook users. And I kind of made them look silly. I invited them to watch the show tonight and to call in on the chat line once we open it up. So hopefully they're out there watching, because I'm going to make them look silly again later on.
Yeah, so speaking of being silly here, Mr. Hoffy himself, we did a little bit of power rankings last night, and he put your Cubs at number 2. And we all know the Hoffy curse. Brewers were number 1. They lost like 12 games in a row. The Royals were number 2 for like a week, and then they lost like 9 in a row. Combs, is your Cubs going to hit that skid?
You know, this couldn't come at a worse time. The Hoffy jinx could not be here at a worse time. I've been saying for the last week when we've been talking about the Cubs, I said, look, I like the way they're playing right now, but they've got a really tough schedule in the month of June. I mean, it is a brutal schedule in the month of June. And then Hoffy has to go and put him at the top of his power rankings. Like, what are you doing? And then not only that, but that wasn't the only problem I had with it, because that in itself, like, it makes me want to kick him in the shins. But what I don't understand is I can kind of see the Cubs at 2. However, you had the Giants at 5, who have the best record in the National League.
The best.
You had the Padres 2 spots above that at number 3. They're a game behind the Giants. How is a team that is not even leading its division ahead of the team that is leading its division with the best record in the league?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
And the Giants swept the Padres last week, too, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, I mean,
I just
those
don't get
rankings are a tad skewed there, but hopefully, Combs, for your sake and Michelle's sake here, because she said she went to her first Cubs games with you and like, it was awesome. Hashtag bias.
Blast.
Yeah, I mean, so hopefully you guys stay on that run, because you are my friend, and I hope your team does well, just not in the Super Bowl versus the Chiefs.
That this team is something to watch. And people, you guys remember before the season, people thought I was nuts when I picked this team to win 89 games.
Yeah.
I said, but a lot of people forget this is the same core, minus the pitching staff. This is the same core of offense that won the World Series in 2016. So it's not that I'm afraid of what this team could do. The bullpen is pitching lights out right now. I mean, just like you can't touch the bullpen right now. The starting pitching has started to pick it up. I think they finally realized they only need to go 5 or 6 innings. So I think that's helped them out a lot. And then the offense has just been clicking on all cylinders. I mean, what they did to the Padres this week, I was before the series, I was like, just don't get swept. The Padres are the best team in baseball. Just don't get swept. And then you go and sweep them, and I'm like, okay. Now the real test comes because you don't have a day off. You flew out to the West Coast. You're in San Francisco for 3 games. Then you've got San Diego again for another 3 games, and you're out and you're in their territory now. The month of June will tell us where the National League Central stands. It'll tell us where the Cubs stand. Yeah, hey, you got 30 games, win 15 of them, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, so Hoffy comes out and says Cubs #1 in the power rankings is at 2016 again. And let's not hope it's 2016 because Mr. Wyatt Williams would be in 8th grade if it was 2016.
If it was 2016, Wyatt would be 3. Stop playing.
Like 4 or 5, I think. Something like that.
Somewhere in that area.
So how have you been? Like you are still without a mic here for the rest of the week. So we're going to bear with your echoing and happening. Yeah. But you know what? It is life because this is the Man Hour and we do the best we can.
Sounds like you're in a porta potty.
Show. Yeah.
Are you in a porta potty right now? I mean, behind you, it looks like there's a porta potty.
I know. Not very happy with that logo right now. Not happy with the front office for that logo, but It is what it is.
Is that Aaron Rodgers in a photo behind you?
Sadly, yes, it is.
Do you have one with him in a Raiders jersey?
No.
Right, I'll get you one. Don't worry about it. I'll get you one once that trade happens. I'll get you one. Maybe I can even get him to sign it.
Oh, yeah. He signed this one. So did Clay Matthews, but
yeah, those days are gone.
It is.
So welcome to the show here, but I got to ask you a question. You are our NBA connoisseur type of guy here, our resident expert, as I put air quotes.
Let's say it how it is, Buck. He's the only guy on the show that actually wants to watch basketball, so he's the one who knows about all of it.
So let me ask you this question, Wyatt. Lakers lost by 30 points a couple nights ago. They are in they are in a elimination game tonight. Do they get beat by the Suns?
No, not tonight. If they're going to get beat, it'll be in 7. This series will at least go to 7. I'm not worried. I think tonight is the night for the Lakers to win big because it's at their house tonight. So they're not going to lose at the Staples Center. It's just not going to.
What was it on Tuesday when the series was 2-2, and I said they're not going to get past the Suns, and you said they're going to the NBA Finals, and
they are. I still believe they are.
What happened that night after we got off?
They got pummeled, man. That was man.
No AD.
I stopped watching at halftime. I was like, yeah, this is over.
Is AD playing tonight? Have they announced whether or not? Last I saw it was
I don't
TBD.
know. I haven't seen it. I have not.
Yeah, me neither. But I know he has been nursing that hamstring, and I'm going to put massive air quotes around that too because
he's nursing everything. AD is so brittle.
Let me ask you a question. He's nursing a lot of injuries. Did he go back to the locker room with 5 minutes to go to get some treatment? Oh, okay.
No, he didn't.
Asking for a friend.
No, but he.
Who did that you're asking?
Oh, we'll talk about that in a little bit for sure. We'll definitely talk about that in a little bit.
Right, he was hurt. Right.
But honestly, AD should have been getting treatment that whole game because we are in the playoffs. You sitting on the bench watching is not helping you get on the court. So he definitely should have been getting treatment here.
But see, that's the thing. Like, it's the same thing with the argument because I got into it with the guys on Facebook Live telling me, they're like, "Oh, well, he went to go get treatment." Just, come on.
If you genuinely think LeBron James, he might have gone to get treatment. He might actually have gone to get treatment. But if you genuinely think the reason why LeBron James left was to get treatment, you're an idiot. you're an idiot
for sure.
But I'm sorry. It's just
the thing, and like I said, we'll get to that in a minute. But the thing with AD, no, I disagree with you, Buck. I think he should have been on the bench watching it because you've got 2.5 hours for a basketball game. That's about the general time a basketball game is 2.5 hours. So you got 2.5 for those 2.5 hours. The other 22 or 21.5 hours in a day, he can be getting treatment.
Okay, like I see your point there, but on the flip side of that coin, like with the whole COVID protocols and stuff like that, only so many people are allowed in the locker room to get treatment per time. So
they're open up now. Come on now. It's
not in California. California has been like very, very. We aren't opening anything up. But with that being said, would you rather have a player that is going to play get treatment before a game, or a player like Anthony Davis that isn't going to play in the game get treatment before the game?
Well, I mean, I would have thought that Anthony Davis was getting treatment during the day because he probably wanted to play that night.
Well,
so
you would
I'm
hope
assuming
so.
he got all the treatment he could get during the day. Same thing with with LeBron. I mean, there was 6 minutes to go. You couldn't wait 6 minutes to go get treatment on your ankle.
You are right.
There was only
5.5 minutes. He was trying to beat traffic.
Yeah.
He's trying to beat traffic.
No, he was butthurt again, like he always is. But again, we'll get to that.
We will get into that. So let me go ahead and bring up some comments here on the screen. Miss Nana, her like herself says, Mike, I love that shirt. You got to get one of those. manhourradio.com. And Nana, since you are a member, there's a discount code on the community tab of Facebook, so you guys can become a member as little as 99 cents over there, and you get merchandise discounts and stuff like that. Yeah, I will definitely bring up Bo's comment here as Bo says, Combs kills more hopes and dreams than Team Pray.
He does. Who genuinely does?
Hopes and dreams did I kill?
Why it's that LeBron James or that Lakers are going to the finals, because they are definitely not. He says you bring back your reality with quickness. So
he does.
All right, guys. So we are going to take a quick little break. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Brooks Roofing. You go to brooksroofingin.com and you can get all your siding and roofing needs from there. But on the flip side of the coin here, guys, after the break, we got Ain't No Time for That. Combs, explain to people what Ain't No Time for That is if they are new here.
Ain't Nobody Got Time for That is one of those where I just take a couple of stories from the week that are, I think are dumb. Silly, stupid, LeBron James, and so then we go off of it, and then we play this nice little clip that everybody seems to get picked. So stay with us. We will be right back.
Man Hour Nation brought to you by Brooks Roofing and Siding. Contact them at 812-868-7663 or online at brooksroofingin.com. Brooks Roofing and Siding, protection you need when nature strikes.
Yeah, welcome back, Man Hour Nation. It is that time for Ain't Nobody Got Time for That. And this segment right here, let me tell you something. It is open for sponsorship. So if you or anybody that you know is looking to get their name attached to the best damn sports radio show on the planet, hit me up at brandon.combs@manhourradio.com and we can hook you up. So are you boys ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
All right, guys. So we talked about this just a few seconds ago. And one of the things that I want to bring up here is the LeBron James thing again. And I got into an argument on Facebook. You know, these idiots coming at me. Oh, well, LeBron James, he was going to get treatment. You're just a hater. I'm not a hater. He's one of the greatest players to ever play the game. He's a top 5 player of all time.
The greatest player.
No, he's not. But anyway, and he proved it the other night when he walked off the court again before the game was over and left his teammates hanging. Anyway, one of the greatest players of all time, and that's not even questionable. He's an all-time great. But to leave your team hanging and, I was going to get treatment. You weren't going to get treatment. You were butthurt. And you've done this throughout the course of your career. When your team is getting whooped, you go get treatment. Okay? If your team was up by 30, you would have been on the bench laughing, joking around with your teammates. If your team was up by 20, you'd have been on the bench playing around with your teammates. If your team was up by 5 or 10, you'd still be in the game. If your team was down by 5 or 10, you'd still be in the game. But because your team was down by 30, you're too good to get embarrassed. And so you walk off the court and you say it's to go get treatment. Maybe you did go get treatment. But you could have waited that 6 minutes and stayed out there with. Instead, you leave your teammates out there like you're too good. You're better than them. You don't need to get embarrassed. They're embarrassing you by losing by 30 points. Well, maybe in the first half, instead of passing the ball all over the place, maybe you take the team on your back and take a couple more shots, Mr. LeBron James. Maybe you go and do the things that you need to do to win instead of leaving your team hanging in the balance. But no, they get down by 30. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. It's crap.
No, I mean, I agree 100%. Here's the deal. I think he probably did go back and get treatment. But if you genuinely think that LeBron James went back there just for treatment, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to call you out like that. But here's the deal. If you think LeBron James went back there just for treatment, you are severely wrong and severely incorrect, and you need to go get yourself checked, all right? Because he was not at all going back there just for treatment. He was going back there because they were down 30. Every camera in the entire gym was pointed at him. And he knew when he tried to leave that stadium in 5 minutes and 38 seconds, or whatever it was, that he was going to get a shower of questions as he tried to leave. So what did he do? He wanted to beat the traffic. In a sense, he wanted to get out. Why do you think fans leave when their teams are down 30? Because they don't want to hear the other fan bases they're leaving cheering and heckling them and all this stuff. LeBron James left for that exact same reason. Like I said, I don't doubt that he probably went back and got treatment. LeBron James takes care of his body better than any athlete ever of all time, maybe other than it's either Tom or LeBron. It's either Tom Brady or LeBron. They take so much care of their body. So I don't doubt that he went back for treatment at all. I'm sure, I can almost guarantee he did. But if you think at all that that's the reason why he went back there, you're crazy. You are absolutely crazy. He went back there because he did not want the shower of questions, booze, and everything going along with it.
So you guys are telling me that since he was down by 30, he had to stay on the bench for 5 more minutes, for 10 more minutes.
You're the leader of your team.
What is What is the big deal about walking off the court 5 minutes early when you're down by 30? When you're not even going to be playing the game. They had people in the fifth row playing in that last 5 minutes of the game. What is the big deal? He needed treatment on that ankle. Go get treatment. It doesn't matter if it was at halftime or 15 minutes into the third quarter, or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what time it was. It doesn't matter who it is. We see players walk off the court early all the time. We see players walk off the football field all the time. Chad Johnson comes to mind. He walked off with 2.5 minutes left. And like in Combs, you bring up a great point. If it was if they were up by 5 or down by 5, he would still be in the game. You are absolutely correct on that. So would all of the other starters. But the simple fact is that so why not go get treatment early?
Yeah,
I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you're a Marine, you're a veteran, okay? And I know this is basketball. It's not warfare. It's totally different, but it still has to do with leadership. If you're in the middle of a battle of some kind in the military, did your general ever once just walk away with 5 minutes left or with a short amount of remaining time? It never happens, right?
No.
It's a part of leadership.
That is apples to oranges. That's apples to oranges. You would be on the bench laughing and joking on the
but you don't leave your team. You don't walk away from your team to let them take the rest of the loss on their own. You just don't do it. And when you do it,
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
all right. So the next one that I want to talk about, and I'm sure we've all seen it by now. Wyatt, I know you were watching it earlier on the pre-show when we were backstage, was the brutal hit by Matt Shafley of the Winnipeg Jets on the Canadiens player. And this guy came the length of the ice, made no attempt to play the puck, and just murdered this man on live TV. I mean, when I say as
Genuine
brutal of a
murder.
hit as I've ever seen, I mean, the guy did a full somersault midair and landed on his face on the ice and had to be carted off on a stretcher. And I have an idiot on Facebook coming at me saying, "Oh, it was a clean hit. It wasn't even a penalty."
It was me.
What? First of all, I've reffed hockey. I haven't reffed it at the NHL level, so I'll give you that. But I've reffed it at the high school level. I've reffed it at the youth level. I even reffed a little bit of junior college level. To say that that's not a penalty just means that you probably don't watch a whole lot of hockey. And to sit there and condone this hit would be an atrocity to the sport. Because you're trying to talk about player safety, you're trying to talk about concussion protocol, you're trying to talk about all the things you got to do. The way this guy got hit was absolutely insane. And I don't know about you guys, but I think that he's got a meeting with the league today at some point, and if he's not suspended by at least 2, maybe 3 games, or even the rest of the series, I would be shocked, because it was a clear charging penalty. It was a clear, the definition of charging is taking extra strides with no attempt to play the puck and basically hitting your opponent. It was a clear penalty. It was a clear dirty hit. And at that point in the game, the guy was tucking it into an empty net because you're already down by 2 with a minute to go. It was a scumbag thing to do, and he did it. Guys, what do you guys think about that?
So normally, why I let you go first on on these things, but I'm on the exact opposite side of Combs on this, and I feel like this could go pretty one way or the other. So first things first, you are already up by 2. How much time was left in the game? 2.5 minutes or
59 seconds.
59 seconds. So okay, empty net. You are up by 2. First things first. Why are you trying to score? just hit the
I
puck
will say
out and
I've seen hockey games where with under a minute to go, a team up by 2 or down by 2 has come back to tie the game.
Okay.
So I don't blame him for playing hard because you're trying to stop, but he made no attempt to try to stop the puck from going in the net. He wasn't trying to save the goal. The puck was already in the net when he hit the man.
It was a pretty bang play, but so I am on the fence where like I casually watch playoff hockey. I don't watch a lot of regular season hockey because normally other sports are happening during that time. So but I do watch playoff hockey just because I do like the excitement in the playoff hockey. With that being said, what else do you want him to do? The guy was facing him. He's like, yes, his head was down because he was shooting the puck. But you see that in the open ice all the time. People are skating, dribbling the puck. Like I assume that is what it is called, and they get laid out all the time. Yeah. What is different?
Because for one, it's charging because you can't take extra strides and not play the puck. When you take extra strides and your only intent is to hit the player and separate him from his body, that's
separate
the problem.
His head and neck.
There is a difference between making a hockey play and separating your opponent from the puck, and then there is charging and trying to injure your opponent.
So what is the difference between chucking them into the wall or chucking him there right by?
If he chucked him into the wall there, it would have been charging too. There's probably like 4 different things you could have called if he checks him into the boards there, but you have to make an attempt to play the puck. If your stick is not on the ice when you deliver a hit, you have no attempt to play the puck. It's not possible that you were attempting to play the puck. And that's the difference.
Why? Any thoughts on this?
Yeah, no, I just find it crazy, like how different of a breed that hockey people are, and it goes down to the fact that literally, like, this guy gets annihilated on live television on the ice. The whole place is like, oh, and what does the broadcaster say? Oh, a vicious hit from this person. No. Was it something like, oh, that's got to be a clear penalty? No. He looks up and down. And it's just like, just starts talking about other stuff, like just acting like it didn't even happen. And it's like, are you serious? Like, did you not just see that? It's just crazy, like how different of a breed that even the broadcasters are in hockey.
Yeah, hockey is definitely a different sport. And look, again, I don't always agree with the penalties. And in this case, it was one of those where maybe he was just playing hard. Maybe he didn't have ill intent when he went to go hit the guy. But the result of the play, the result of the hit,
ill intent with that
the result of the hit, that is what for me separates the hit from whatever the hell it was, because this guy is not going to play the rest of the series. I don't even know if he's going to play for the rest of his life. So when you hit a guy like that,
ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Buck's back here dancing. All right, so guys, the USFL has decided that they are going to make a comeback in 2022. Now, for those of you who don't know what the USFL is, it was basically like the old... They kind of used it like a minor leagues for the NFL. I know Doug Flutie played in the USFL for a little bit. I don't know why these leagues keep trying to come back. You're not the NFL. You're not going to get the support of the NFL. It's not going to work. It's just not. I mean, unless the NFL allows its players to go play in these leagues in the off season, it is not going to go anywhere because you don't have the same talent that they have in the NFL. It's not going to be as fun. If anything would have worked, it would have been the XFL because it was a gimmick and there were different rules, and if that would have caught on, it would have been a different story. But to just go out there and try to play another form of football, I mean, hell, let me ask you something, Wyatt. Who won the Canadian Football League championship last year?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Blue Bombers.
And they've been around for a long time. They've been around for a long time. Like it doesn't work. So I don't understand why these leagues keep trying to come back.
No, I mean, and I'm kind of piggybacking off what you said here, Combs. Unless if you make it where it's some sort of a farm league, I don't even know if you allow the NFL players to play in it if it would still gain traction, because none of them would go. The money's going to be less, the viewership's going to be less, the fame's going to be less. Nobody's going to want to go play in that. So unless if you do where it's like a baseball unless if you do where it's like a farm league situation where, you've got like the G League, you've got like minor league baseball, unless if you do something like that, it's just not. It's not.
What
if
we use it like winter ball in baseball? You know what I mean? Like,
but they've tried that.
I've seen guys like Wilson Contreras go and play in the Caribbean League in the off season because he wanted to work on his swing. I've seen, you know what I mean? So I've seen big name players go and play winter ball. What about like a third string guy? What about an Alan Lazard who was coming off an injury and wants to get more reps and see more passes and see more game action and become a better receiver? What about a Darnell Mooney out of Chicago? What about any third string wide receiver who wants to make a play at being a first string wide receiver and see more reps and get more playing time?
What was that like 2 years ago that they came up with? It was like was it the AFL? Is that what it was?
No, the AFL is the indoor league. So you are thinking of the spring football league that is still happening right now, and it is the AAF or something like that.
AAF,
Really?
yeah, something like that.
It's still going?
But, no, they canceled it. They canceled it like after its first. They didn't even get all the way through their first season, and they canceled it.
I just watched a game on ESPN like two weeks ago.
There was another league he's talking about. And I know what you're talking about.
It happened like 2 years ago, and
it folded like
Richardson
4 games into its season.
Yeah, they played like 4 games. Everybody was hyped about the first game.
Yeah.
Football in the spring. Everybody watched it, and then it just died. I don't know what it is. Everybody loves football, but it just doesn't.
Right?
What is it?
Andrew Luckdad was the president.
Yes. That's exactly what it was. Yeah. So they try this league, and it folded after like 4 weeks. Like, I don't know what it is. Everybody loves football, and they wish for football back as soon as it's over. But football doesn't work like that. It's not the way that it is. I appreciate that very much, Javier. But that's just not the way that football works. You can't, unless if it's the NFL, you can't play it in the spring. It's just not how it goes. Nobody wants to pay to watch mediocre players play. I hate to say that.
So that is false. We do watch mediocres play, but that is in college. And the reason why these leagues like the USFL, the AAL, the XFL, they all ultimately fail is because they don't have the backing from the NFL. It is simple as that. The reason why these other leagues, flourish is because they need that minor league system, because those players don't have to go to college for 3 years to make it to the NFL. The reason why there is no football minor league system is because a college football player, if you want to go into the NFL, you have to be 3 years removed from high school to even be eligible for the draft. That is why there will never be a minor league system in the NFL that is successful. I could possibly see the XFL being, semi successful, but you are not going to be making billions of dollars like these NFL teams are. You'll be barely breaking even at the end of the day with proper sponsorships and that kind of thing.
The only reason why I think the XFL might gain some traction is because of what you guys have mentioned too. They changed up some of the rules, and also, if you make it more of like, tied into necessarily the WWE rather than, like how it used to be when Brahm got on there and he was like, "It's just football. It's just, ask." Remember that, those old clips or whatever. If you make it, more of the WWE, I think you'll gain some traction and you'll have some people watch because of that.
That is why it failed the first time, is because we were all expecting like power bombs and suplexes and shit like that, and like all these big ass hits, and then we just saw this high school level JV. Face it here, Wyatt. When the XFL first came out, like 2003 or whatever
Something
it
like
was,
that,
they built up all this stupid ass hype, and they didn't even have teams lined up yet. everything was fundamentally flawed about
like
the
last
XFL
year,
the first
like right
time
before
around.
COVID.
I've
when they
always
did-
thought that instead of the coin flip, the NFL should have adopted the XFL's way of
Yes.
doing the coin flip, where they all just
Yes.
rush after the football.
Until
That would have
somebody
been-
gets a concussion and dies and tears a ACL. Like, yeah, that's great.
Well, I like
I don't
what they
care
did though. They lined them
who
up
gets
side by
the
side
ball.
like this. They lined them up side by side like this and made them run toward it, not toward each other. If you do that you'll
Yeah.
kill somebody doing that. But if you make them run like this toward the ball,
Yeah,
and,
it's a
and
race
you
to the
line
ball.
them side by side, I think that's a great
Dude,
idea. I think that
You
right
as a
there would
Kansas
be
City
awesome.
Chiefs fan should love that fact because all you gotta do is you don't even have to line up anybody. Just put Tyreek out there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Apparently, Tyreek Hill isn't the fastest player in the NFL anymore. There's some guy from the Ravens that says claims he's faster. I forget who it was.
Is it Hollywood Brown?
No, I can't remember who it was. But let's just be
Yeah, I
honest.
can't remember.
Nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
It's true. It's true.
It's true.
But anyway, that was Ain't Nobody Got Time for That. And this, guys, it's still open. Still open for sponsorship. So feel free to give us a buzz. Let us know if you or anybody you know wants to get your name attached to the best damn sports radio show on the planet.
We'll be right back, guys.
manhourradio.com.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
And welcome back to the Man Hour, guys. Michael Buckeye along with Brandon Combs and the Wyatt Williams tonight. If you missed any part of the show whatsoever, you can head over to manhourradio.com and click on the podcast form as it plays the whole show shortly after the live is over. But if you like to just watch a certain part of it here on the clips, head over to youtube.com/man hour. Hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon as we do upload clips each and every day throughout the show there, or throughout the day there. It should 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. is when I do upload those clips. So let's go ahead and welcome the boys back on to the show here as Wyatt is trying to be cool and spectacular here. But let's get into
What
some...
the hell?
Yeah, I got nothing. He is basically trying to ignore us because Aaron Rodgers is going to Denver here in the next couple days. So we will get into that later in the show here. But let's go ahead and start it off here, guys. So there are 3 Alabama quarterbacks that could possibly be starting in the NFL here in the 2021 season. Obviously, we got Tua, Hurts, and Mac Jones. So Colin, saying, since you are on my left side here first, I'm going to kick it to you first. Out of those 3 Alabama quarterbacks, who is going to have the best season this year?
Well, Mac Jones, I don't think is going to have much of a season. I think the Patriots will do a good job of keeping him, out for a year. I think if you went with career, I would probably go with Mac Jones just because Bill Belichick's going to be his coach. I think this year it'll be Tua that has better year than Jalen Hurts. Just because I think that Miami is going to have a better team than Philadelphia. I think Tua is a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. I think that Jalen Hurts is not the answer in Philly, and they're going to find that out quick in Philadelphia. I don't think he's their starting quarterback beyond week 6.
So you said Tua's going to have the best season?
Yes.
Okay, why? Let's kick the question over to you here. We have 3 Alabama quarterbacks here in the NFL poised to make starts here in the 2021 season. Who's going to have the best season?
Is Jalen Hurts actually an Alabama quarterback, though? I think I would consider him Oklahoma.
Well, he played in the Alabama national championship, but yeah, I mean, like you could, but yeah, I would consider him Oklahoma quarterback, I guess, but Bama for this conversation.
I agree with Combs. I think not just because Tua has a better set of wide receivers around him. I think a better defense set around him. A better at the moment, because I'm not saying Mac Jones will play. At the moment, I think of him and Jalen Hurts, he has a better coaching staff. And like Combs said, I don't think Mac Jones will play much this year. He might get in for a couple of games. I don't see that happening much. And then Jalen Hurts just legitimately doesn't have anything around him. So, like, he's just not going to succeed. I think they're a bottom 5 team in the league this year. And I hate that because, I like Philadelphia, but I just don't see much success coming from there.
Nobody likes Philadelphia
Because he has friends.
Even the people in Philadelphia don't like Philadelphia.
That's true. That's true. But no, I mean, I think it's Tua because, like I said, Mac won't get much playing time, and Hurts might not even have a full season because of
they throw snowballs at Santa Claus. What do you think they're going to do to Jalen Hurts when he starts fumbling and throwing interceptions?
Same thing they did to Carson Wentz and Nick Foles and Doug Peterson.
So you guys both said that Tua is going to have the best season this year, but do you guys forget what happened last year? Ryan Fitzpatrick had to bail Tua out 5 games in a row. They called the old relief pitcher there and said, Fitzmagic, come save us. Why? Because Tua was playing like complete dog shit. Let's just be flat out honest. Jalen Hurts is probably going to have the better season just because, he didn't have that relief like that cushion. And I just think Jalen Hurts is an overall better quarterback. And just Tua, there is a reason why Miami wants Deshaun Watson, because Tua is not the answer in Miami. Let's just be flat out honest. However, with that being said, since you are up here on the top first here, who will have the better NFL career out of those 3 guys?
I think I'm going to give the same answer. I'm not a big fan of Mac Jones. I've expressed that a lot throughout the draft process. I will say, though, of everywhere in the league he could have landed, I think he landed in the best spot for him to be successful. So I do think that helps him out a lot that he is in New England. And then Jalen Hurts, he's in a bad situation. He's just in a really bad place. I don't think that the right landing spot was there for him. And so I think Tua is in his home and in what's going to be his home for a while, unless, of course, Deshaun Watson gets put on the trade block here and they actually make a move. Then we could possibly see something there. So at this moment, looking at it, I would have to go with Tua, I think, because there's not much else out there for the other 2, because I think that Hurts has talent but doesn't have the weapons and coaching staff around him, where vice versa, Mac Jones doesn't have the talent, but he's got the coaching staff and the weapons around him for him to succeed. So I think, but I think that Tua has the talent and the coaching staff and the weapons and the defense and the front office and everything to go with it. And it seems like they are genuinely trying to build around him and do things for their quarterback, unlike some other teams in the league. But that's beside the point.
But let me fight you on your Tua take here about him having he was 7-3 as a starting quarterback last year.
Yeah, well, okay.
7-3, and his 3 losses came to Buffalo, Kansas City, and Denver.
How many times did Ryan Fitzpatrick come in and save him in the fourth quarter?
Once.
4 times.
Once.
4 times.
No, once.
Okay.
Once against the Arizona Cardinals
and the Chargers and the Chiefs.
They beat the Chargers 29-21.
Yeah, because Fitzpatrick came in there and they scored like 28 points in the fourth quarter. Come on.
I don't
now.
think that's possible.
He completed 60% of his passes in that game, Buck.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he played
With the average
against
of
Las
5 yards
Vegas.
per pass.
He completed 77% of his passes. Against New England, 76% of his passes. Against Cincinnati, 66% of his passes. Against the Arizona Cardinals, 71% of his passes. Like,
Okay.
I don't understand what you're talking about with Tua. Like, yeah, I understand. Look, they brought back Fitzpatrick. I didn't think they should have took Fitzpatrick out in the first place.
No.
Like,
I
I think that Fitzpatrick was leading them to a playoff berth and probably would have led them a little further in the playoffs than Tua could have anyway.
at least
but-
made it.
They made a mistake and then they kept going back and forth, and that was another mistake. So I like what they're doing down there. I really do. I like what they're doing in Miami. I like what they've built. And I think that Tua, look, I don't think Tua's going to be an all-pro quarterback every year of his career. But I think he's got more of an upside than Jalen Hurts.
I think he's like Phillip Rivers is about the success level I see. A guy who will be considered for the Hall of Fame, a guy who will have a good career with some winning seasons, could never get a Super Bowl, but had a good career. I think that's about where I'd put him.
So,
Fitzmagic.
Combs,
After
are you
looking at
saying
his
that-
rookie year.
So, Combs, you saying that Tua has a better career out of the three?
No, I think Mac Jones does because Bill Belichick's his coach.
And Julio Jones is going
I
to
don't
the
think he'll be his coach
Patriots?
much longer, though. I would absolutely say that, too, because Bill Belichick is the GOAT coach. But I just don't. That's what I worry about most. Is that I don't think Bill Belichick will be there much longer.
I think Bill will stay there until he wins another ring because Bill wants to show that he can win a ring without Tom Brady.
No,
He's got
I
a
bet
huge
you, Bill-
ego, man.
I don't
bet
think
you,
this is a Shaq Kobe thing, though. I don't think this is a thing where they both win a ring separated. I think this is a one wins and one doesn't.
So I bet you Bill Belichick stays there until he passes Don Shula on the all-time wins. He's 48 wins away from passing Don Shula. So
That I could see. I could see that absolutely.
so
at
let me
this rate, it might take him another 12 years to do this.
Exactly. But they might get a Super Bowl before that comes.
let me bring up this comment here from Facebook, like over here. Javier says that Tua didn't even have a preseason and threw him in the fire last year. You can say that. However, he sat for the first 6-7 games of the season. And if you want to go that route, Combs' boy from the Chargers, he got thrown in
but Buck,
fire.
they weren't. He did get thrown in the fire too without a
He
preseason
literally
as well,
did,
and he
yeah.
performed really well. However,
they're
he had a better team around him. He had a better.
Can you
offense
imagine how
around him.
that conversation went?
But-
hey, so I know you weren't prepared to start today, but old Doc in the back just punctured Tyrod's
Your uncle
lung.
just punctured Tyrod Taylor's lung.
So it's time. Get your helmet on. You got to go in.
I think that Tua was raw last year. I don't think Tua was ready last year. I didn't like them drafting him so high. When they drafted him, I said this is going to be a problem. It's not going to be a good draft pick. And but I think that they are built. I think that the coaching staff there will do a good job of adjusting to Tua's play style. And I think that they're going to set him up to succeed, and they've got the pieces in place. Miami's going to be a good team. I feel bad for Dolphins fans, as I see Javier here as a Dolphins fan.
Yep.
I mean, first they had to deal with New England dominating, and now they've got the Buffalo Bills. And the Buffalo Bills are not going away anytime soon. And they are going to be good for a long time. So, I mean, they might lose another 4 Super Bowls in a row, but
they may never win one, but by God, they're going to make it to 4.
No, they're not.
100%.
They're running into the Ravens, Chiefs, and Colts, and that AFC is stacked, boys. Let's just be honest.
Should be like Chip Kelly running to
The
the
AFC is stacked, man. The AFC is so good.
So let me go ahead and bring up this other comment here. Bo says, it is too early to judge Tua. Most rookie quarterbacks suck. However, we judge Herbert, we judge Lamar Jackson, we judged Josh Allen, and I know
you talked last week, Buck, about a sophomore slump, but we haven't seen that lately in the NFL. I mean,
no, if anything, we've seen a sophomore pickup.
Yeah, I mean, what wasn't your boy over there? Didn't he won a Super Bowl and won MVP his second year?
Well, technically, it was his third year because he did.
Lamar was in his second year when he won his MVP.
MVP, yep.
Like, so Justin Herbert, man, Look out. This could be a year for him.
I think this is going to be a year.
I agree.
And Javier says he was born and raised in Boston, and he's a Dolphins fan. So,
Oh God,
How did that work out?
wow.
that is awesome, Javier. I love because I hate Patriots fans.
I love it.
I
but how
do.
did that
I
work
can't
out?
stand Patriots fans. That's
It's
awesome.
like me. I grew up in a family of Bears fans, and people look at me whenever they walk in my room with green and gold walls and there's Packer stuff everywhere, and they're like,
I have a friend in New Hampshire, which is in the heart of New England, and
"Oh yeah,
he's a Dolphins fan as well. His name's Rob LeBrun. He's a diehard Dolphins fan. Everybody else in his family is a Patriots fan. So it's I like seeing stuff like that. I like seeing
another example from my family. My entire family's all Kentucky fans, and I ended up being a Louisville fan, which is like a cardinal sin."
Good pun there. So let's go ahead and get into the next topic here. The key
You're
topic
stupid.
of tonight's show here. It is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They returned all 22 starters from last year's Super Bowl team. So many experts, and I use that term loosely because everybody's an expert nowadays if they watch film. But many people have them going 17-0, and Colt, I believe you have them going 15-2, if I'm not mistaken. So with that being said, this is strictly in the NFC, not the Super Bowl, just the NFC itself. Combs, who is the biggest threat to knock Tampa Bay off this season?
The New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints could knock them even off of their own division, let alone out of the playoffs. Look, and why you can put your head in your hand all you want. The New Orleans Saints are going to be for real this year, and comeback player of the year is going to be Jameis Winston. Guarantee it. You heard it here first, folks. Bo, Javier, Drew, listen to me right now. Jameis Winston is going to be the comeback player of the year, and he could possibly, I didn't pick it to happen, but he could possibly, if they sweep the Bucs in the season series, they could win that division at 15-2.
Wow. Wyatt, let's kick it to you as Combs comes back down to reality and
I know you ain't talking Bucs.
Saints are not going to be any good this year.
Mr. 10-7 for the Lions.
Okay, hold on. I whatever you smoke when you say that the Lions are going 10-7 or Lamar Jackson sucks, and Combs, whatever you smoke when you think that that Jameis Winston's a great quarterback, I need some of it. Okay,
come
because
see me
you
in
guys
week
are on
8,
another
son.
planet right now. This is insane. No, if there is a team in the NFC, I could probably name you 30 teams in the NFC that would be better, and there's not even 30 teams in the NFC. I mean, no. The Buccaneers right now are the best team in the NFC, and if there is a better team, maybe the Cardinals, maybe the Rams. That's about it.
Cardinals are my number 1 seed this year in the NFC.
That's a big maybe for me, though. I think that the Cardinals done a lot of good stuff to add around Kyler Murray, and I think that they're adding a lot of stuff to the defense as well. And J.J. Watt, are arguably the most dominant pass rusher, a top 3 guy all time for pass rusher. And then you look at the Rams; they added a great quarterback who's just been with a terrible, dysfunctional franchise. I'm sorry,
And
Bo.
you guys think I'm drinking?
I don't mean to come after you like that. Yikes! I don't mean to come after you like that, Bo. That the Lions are just a dysfunctional franchise, and that the best thing ever happened to Matthew Stafford was him leaving Detroit and heading to LA. I think those are 2 sleeper teams, but I think the Buccaneers are the best team in the NFC right now, and I don't think it's close. I really don't. I think it's a runaway lead.
So #waffle, Mr.
Bo,
Wyatt.
go to
There,
bed.
you cannot give us an answer of who can knock off the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I'm going to give you one more chance. Give me a team that can knock off the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
He was
Arizona.
so fixated on telling me I was wrong about New Orleans.
Yeah.
Arizona. If there's going to be a team, I guess Arizona.
Okay, so Wyatt, you said there's nobody better in the NFC than the Tampa Bay
Sorry. Hold on. The Rams. I'll take the Rams. I'll switch that. I'll take the Rams.
So Wyatt is taking the Rams and Combs is taking the Saints. Maybe not. But I gave you guys 4 teams that are better than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What?
I can give you 4 teams right
I
now.
can give you 4 reasons you should stop talking right now.
What are you guys passing between the two of you? I need a sip or a hit of it, please.
Week number 1, the Dallas Cowboys are going to come and flex on the whole NFL. They're going to beat down the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by 28 points, and the Dallas Cowboys are going to be on the map.
All right, we just somebody had to
number
do it.
1. Do not
Somebody
take me
had to
off
do it.
my
I'm
own
sorry.
show.
It's just like
Team number 2, coming from the NFC East as well, the Washington football team, the best defense in the NFL, and they got your boy, Mr. Fitzpatrick there. Plus, they got Heineke, and you know what? They are a solid team. Number 2,
your
the
answer
Washington
is the NFC
football
East. That's
team.
your answer is the NFC East?
No. The Eagles and the Giants are not better than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but the Cowboys and the Washington football team are. Team number 3. I'll give it to you guys. The Arizona Cardinals. They are a damn good team, and they're putting pieces together. Right. Like I think they can knock off the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ready? And then team number 4, the 4th team that can beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Are you ready? Sit back and grab onto your pants, boys. The Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions are better than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers too. Means the 10-7 Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the 10-7 Detroit Lions. They're going to go head to head in the playoffs, and the Lions win 9 out of 10 times.
Wyatt, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you're only about 25 minutes away from Buck's house. Can you please go over there and knock on the door and let Cindy know that her husband's having a stroke on TV?
No, I'm not.
Like
4 teams are better
he's
than
having
Tampa
a
Bay
stroke
Buccaneers
right now. He just said the Detroit Lions.
Mm-hmm.
The Detroit Lions are better than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
They have the best game
They're not better
manager.
at quarterback. They're not better at wide receiver. They're not better at running back. They're not better at tight end. They're not better on offensive line. They're not better at defense. They're not better at coaching.
They have a lion at practice.
Nowhere.
Though.
Facts.
Nowhere.
That's why they're better.
They have a lion at practice. Though.
They may not be better at every individual position, but the Lions are a better team than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are. The Detroit Lions have a coach. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers don't. They have Tom Brady as a player coach. Come on now.
He's the greatest
I don't even think you're
quarterback of
stuttering
all
right now. I think you're
time.
really having a stroke. Blink twice if you need help. What is going on?
It's facts. I think the Detroit Lions are going to be a damn good team this year.
You are out of your mind.
Their 10-7 record is.
What makes you think they're going to be a better team?
They have a new culture over there. They have a new culture. They have a great head coach. He's going to be a great head
culture.
coach.
They're bringing a lion to practice.
Exactly. Have freaking fun at practice. Have fun. Have fun.
Barnum and Bailey Circus owns the Detroit Lions, and you're over here. Oh, they're going to be. You are out of your damn mind.
That is the most successful circus in all of the world.
They're
Why
not even getting out of the basement of their own division.
They're going to sweep the Bears. They're going to split with the Packers, and they're going to sweep the Vikings. Come on now.
I'm done talking to you about football.
Why? Because
you about football.
When we sit back,
because you're an idiot. That's
three
why.
better teams in the Lions division.
No, there's not.
Than the Lions.
Name one besides the Packers, and they split with them, and then the Lions beat the Packers in the playoffs because they have.
There are 4 teams in their own division that are going to beat them. Yeah, I said 4 teams in their own division are going to beat them. The Bears are going to beat them. The Packers are going to beat them. The Vikings are going to beat them, and the Lions are going to beat themselves all over the place.
You guys,
like they always do.
Absolutely wrong. When they go 10-7 and they are 4th in the NFC playoffs this season, and they beat the Packers round number 1, and then they play the Buccaneers round number 2, and they whoop that ass.
Buck,
ooh, buddy.
If the Lions go 10-7, I will come to Southern Indiana for a show. Okay? I will be in studio with you. I will bring grapes, and I will bring one of those little hand fans. I will feed you grapes and fan you off because it would be the greatest prediction of all time.
You've got to put some money on that.
If this team goes 10-7.
Seriously, you've got to put some money on that because if it happens, you will win millions of dollars.
This is coming from a guy that waffles over any bet or anything that we say. He's like, you got to put like money on that.
Yeah, you got to put money on it. Put your hair on it, Wyatt.
Yeah, put your hair on it.
I'm not putting my hair on the fact that the Lions are going 10-7 because it's not going to happen.
No, put it on that they don't.
Yeah.
If they do go 10-7, you'll cut your hair.
I'm not cutting my hair. It's not happening.
How about this?
But neither are the Lions going 10-7. That's not happening either.
So
it's a safe bet.
The Lions will go 10-7 before I ever cut my hair. That is true.
So let me bring up this comment here. David brings up a great point. History shows that the division does not win in that division 2 years in a row, much less going to the Super Bowl. That is 100% fact. So therefore, Combs, your statement about the Saints winning that division and going 15-2
this
is
is the
not
same
that
guy
far
that
off.
said this.
Yeah.
Really? I mean the Falcons
and that is
good
still
pieces.
more crazy than what you just said about the Detroit Lions being better than Tampa.
And I like Atlanta. I think Atlanta will actually be okay. They'll be
they
okay.
won't.
They won't be. They'll be like
They're losing
a 7-win
Julio.
team.
They're losing Julio. They got Matty Ice, who's 147 years old.
It's true.
Still younger
I
than
don't
you.
think Kyle Pitts is
Hashtag
good.
Combs
Though.
hold.
Kyle Pitts is going to be good.
They are not winning more than 3 games this year at the most. I have them at 2-15.
All right, guys. So go ahead. Go ahead. What? Finish your thought.
I would be more surprised if the Lions went 10-7 rather than if the Atlanta Falcons went 0-17 this year. I would be more surprised if the Lions won 10 games rather than the Atlanta Falcons winning none.
So, Buck, you really in your heart believe the Detroit Lions are better than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Yes, I think a cold.
Got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
What is your name?
What?
What is your name?
Buck.
Where did you get that shirt?
It's funny that you should ask that. Head over to manhourradio.com. You can pick up the shirt up. $15.
And welcome back to the Man Hour, guys. Michael Buckeister along with Brandon Combs and the Wyatt Williams. If you guys miss any part of the show whatsoever, simply head over to youtube.com/Man Hour, and you can check out all the clips as we do upload that throughout the day, every Monday through Sunday. Combs, that is 7 days a week that we're putting clips up there all day, every day.
So we are growing at a rapid pace. It is great to see.
Yeah, thank you guys for all of your support there. So many people have commented on the shirt tonight. Our American flag logo tees are officially out there at manhourradio.com. Simply click on the merch page and they'll take you right there. I'm still tweaking some stuff on the website, making it a little bit more easier to navigate, as David brings up a comment here, and he says Atlanta was in almost every game.
And then they blew 76-point leads in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. So fun fact here. Forget what team it was here. Let me see if my memory serves me right. Oh yeah, it was the Detroit. No, it wasn't Detroit. It wasn't the Detroit Lions, but I believe it was the Arizona Cardinals last year that they had 8 losses and like they were literally a play away from every loss. So
yeah, because they blew fourth quarter leads in every week. They blew a fourth quarter lead to the Bears. The Bears were atrocious.
Oh, we're not talking about the Lions, but there was no. I'm sorry.
No, the
It was
Falcons.
okay. Yeah. The Falcons, but yes. So the Chargers, they were literally 9 plays away from being 13-3 last year. So
Well, if you want to talk about Lions losses, we just talk about how their running back couldn't catch a wide open pass to win a game.
Well,
let's talk about that. Bo.
Times have changed, and it is time for Would You Rather. So Combs, go ahead and take the floor there. Good boy.
It is Would You Rather. It's a play on that little game that you used to play when you were kids. Would you rather? Would you, lie? Would you mess with? Would you marry? Would you kill? That type of stuff.
We're not killing.
But
anybody.
anyway, this is another one of those segments that is open. That is open for sponsorship. So if you or anybody you know would like to sponsor this show, which is the best damn sports radio show on the planet, hit me up at brandon.combs@manhourradio.com and we can hook you up. All right, boys, are you guys ready for this?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right, so Wyatt Williams.
Oh.
Would you rather take a hit coming across the middle of the field with Bobby Wagner waiting, or would you rather take a hit on open ice by any hockey player coming at you full speed?
Hashtag waffle in the comments.
Well, I'm going to say Bobby Wagner because it is a much softer landing on turf than it is on ice. So I think I would have a little bit better of a fare in that sense. It would be the landing would be a little smoother, I guess, a little less painful.
Which part of your body is landing where, though? Like, because I feel like
let's just say you land on your shoulder, right? I would rather land on my shoulder on turf than ice, because if you land on your shoulder on turf, you're going to bounce and have a better chance of not getting hurt. If you land on ice on your shoulder, you're probably breaking a collarbone, a shoulder, your upper forearm, or not forearm, your upper arm up here. I don't even know what this bone is called. Sorry for all you medical people listening. I am not a nurse. So, I would much rather take it from Bobby simply because of the landing would be softer, because either way it's going to suck. Either way you're going to get your crap knocked out. But
Bo brings up a good point here. Bo says the cold would help the swelling immediately.
Yeah, facts. 100%.
I could just go to the school nurse. She'll give me ice. Don't worry.
So Combs, let me ask you this question: are they blind shots? Like I don't see them coming, or do I see them coming?
I mean, look, if you come across the middle and Bobby Wagner is there and you got your head looking at the ball, you're not going to see him coming. And that guy on the ice last night for the Canadians certainly didn't see him coming.
No. So the reason that I asked that is because in football, if you are running over the middle to catch a pass, you are kind of expecting to get hit. Now, a blind shot like the hockey one, like you did not see that coming at all whatsoever. So I would rather take that blind shot on the ice just because when you expect something to like hit you, like you tense up and it hurts that much worse. So when you don't see it coming for whatever reason, it doesn't hurt as bad. Just like when you're in a car accident and you're sleeping, or the drunk or the guy that's drunk, they don't tense up and they don't get hurt. So that's why I would take the ice one, bringing science into it. Bill Nye, the science guy.
Breaking news from the NHL right now. They did suspend Shafley for 4 games for that hit last night. So he's out for 4 games.
That's Bush League. We'll let him play.
The hit was predatory, like the league called it. Anyway, I've taken plenty of them. I'd rather take the hit on open ice. You're always expecting to get hit in hockey, regardless, especially if you've got the puck on your stick. You're expecting to get hit. So I would definitely take the hit in hockey, just because, again, I feel like you're expecting it all the time. Sometimes you're coming across the middle, you're catching a ball. Sometimes you expect it, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you expect to get laid out. Sometimes you don't expect to get hit hard at all. And especially in the NFL nowadays, you don't expect to get hit very hard at all because everything's a penalty.
Yeah. I remember very vaguely there was a flag thrown in the NFL because it hit the guy too hard. So yeah, I just want to put that out there.
All right,
Next
guys.
one.
So We've been talking about it. We've been, I've been giddy about it. Aaron Rodgers, I heard a report today that said that even if the Packers don't trade him, there is zero chance that Aaron Rodgers ever plays a game for the Green Bay Packers ever again. So, I ask you this. Would you rather be in the Packers position with Rodgers or the Texans position with Watson?
Packers position with Rodgers because I feel like there's at least more of a full team behind, where like the Texans are genuinely, with or without Aaron Rodgers, the Packers are at least going to win 7 games.
More of a full team ready to leave with Rodgers.
Well, that's also true. But with or without Rodgers, the Packers are going to at least win 6 games, I think. And here's the deal. With or without Deshaun Watson, I think that 6 games is the ceiling, like with Watson, because there's literally nobody there with him. So I'd rather be in the Packers situation with Rodgers, because if Rodgers leaves, just as long as everybody stays, which starting to sound like they're not, let's hope they do though. If everybody stays, the Packers will only be a quarterback away. So I think that's a better situation than being an entire team away and being a city away, because no professional athlete wants to stay in Houston. I don't know what it is. I don't know if the tap water there tastes bad or something. I don't know what it is, but James Harden wanted out. We've got literally every single major
Horrible
star.
Ownership.
Do what?
Horrible ownership?
Yeah, that genuinely might be a part of it. But Harden wanted out. You've got DeAndre Hopkins wanting out. J.J. Watt wanting out. Deshaun Watson wants out. Nobody
I don't know if DeAndre
wants
Hopkins
to stay.
wanted out. I think that they just decided, hey, we're going to trade you because we're going to focus on the run game, and we're going to go get a running back who is 37 years old to lead our run game.
I believe that Hopkins asked for a pay raise and they said no, and they shipped him out of town.
Yeah,
but it actually turned out he was sleeping with his owner's daughter or something like that, from what I understand. But
Bill O'Brien's daughter.
He's probably still sleeping with her. How's that for half of you?
Probably sleeping with Bill's wife.
And daughter at the same time.
There you go. While Bill is watching. Wow. Hashtag canceled here. So back to the question here. Back to the question. I would rather be in.
Hey, you can check us out. You can check us out at pornhub.com/manhour.
I thought you were going to say hashtag hand grenade, and then I thought of that in my head. It was just so funny. I don't know why.
So back to the question here. Let's try to get back on track before we get kicked off the radio here. With that being said, obviously the Packers are in a better situation, but we really haven't heard any teams come out and offer anything for the Green Bay Packers. So is there really trade value for Aaron Rodgers? So with that being said, I think I would rather be in Houston's shoes with Deshaun Watson, because we've heard rumors of 3 or 4 first-round picks. That is franchise changing, and just the reason why nobody wants to stay in Houston is because the traffic is terrible there. So if they would fix that traffic system, more people would want to stay. But I would rather be in Houston's situation just because Deshaun Watson is more valuable in the long term than Aaron Rodgers. When you get Aaron Rodgers, you are in a must-win now situation, much like Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos were. Houston, you had time to build with those 4 or 5 first-round picks that you're going to get.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'd rather be with the Texans with Watson for one reason and one reason only.
You're a Bears
with
fan?
all of his legal issues. No, that's another reason. But with all of his legal issues, I'm not sure who's going to want to trade for him. So he may have no choice but to play for me. Everybody's going to want to trade for Aaron Rodgers. Really? So, yeah. Half a heartbeat. Everybody but the Kansas City Chiefs, maybe the Chargers, maybe the Bears.
I'll take Justin Herbert. How about that right there?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question before you finish your thought. So let's say you are the New York Jets, and Aaron Rodgers wants to go to the New York Jets. Are you getting Aaron Rodgers just because he will only be there for 2-3 years tops, and your team is 4, 5, 6, 7, 20 years away?
I don't think a team like that would get him. I mean,
yeah, nobody's going to trade their newly acquired, future
But I think
basically,
You're
I
not
think
saying
a team
15
like the
years.
Niners.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's going to be a team
saying.
that's like the Buccaneers, where it was a quarterback away and Tom Brady comes in and wins the Super Bowl. It's going to
Buccaneers
have
were
to
not a
be a
quarterback
New
away.
Orleans. What?
The Buccaneers were not a quarterback away. I just want to
No,
put
they
that out
weren't.
there.
People,
Yes, they
people
were.
say that all the. No, they weren't a quarterback away. Look, Tom Brady went there and changed the culture of that team.
He did.
It wasn't just. They weren't just a quarterback away. They were a culture away. They were
a head coach away.
Yeah, Tom Brady came in and took over the play calling. Tom Brady brought in his friends with him. Like they completely overhauled that team for him. That's why when people say, "Oh, well, Jameis Winston threw 30 interceptions with the same team," well, no, it wasn't the same team. No, he did not.
There are two full-time starter differences. Tristan Wirfs, rookie right tackle.
He threw 30
and Rob
interceptions with the
Gronkowski,
play
tight end.
calling that had Tom Brady sitting at 4-4 through 8 weeks.
I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you.
That's the play calling he had, and then Tom Brady took over, and that team took off.
That's because it's Tom Brady. But that's different. Tom Brady should have been calling the plays from the get-go.
All right.
Moving on.
Go ahead.
Next one here. Next one here. I'm all excited. I'm all giddy. I've actually already purchased my tickets for Fast and Furious 9 when it comes out June 24th. So I ask you guys this. Would you rather have a good film series end short, leaving you wanting more, or have them keep going with new films every couple of years?
The Fast and the Furious. They should have just made it a TV show.
Watch your mouth.
They should have just made it a TV show. They should have. And anybody disagrees with me, you're crazy, okay? Because here's the deal. I feel like every year there's a 37th new film that comes out. And it's like everyone
They're
seems
on number
the same.
9.
Car drives off cliff. Explosion happens behind it. Vin Diesel saves the day.
They chased a submarine with cars.
That was beautiful. Yeah. I'm sure it was great. But here's the deal. After I watch somebody chase a submarine, plane, or train 37 times, I just can't do it anymore. Star Wars is starting to get to that with me. People who know me know I am a huge Star Wars fan. I have literally got a clone trooper in the corner of my room with an Aaron Rodgers jersey on. But here's the deal. If Star Wars makes one more movie where they destroy a freaking Death Star, I'm going to go crazy. It's like you can't have
you're a Star Wars geek and a Packers fan?
I am. I'm a Star Wars nerd, man. It's bad.
How do you have a girlfriend?
I don't know. I really don't.
Nikki,
she's
get
way out of
on
my
camera
league,
and
too.
blink twice if you need help.
He must be packing some heat.
No, I'm not.
No,
Let's be honest.
He's packing some heat like a real gun and holding her against her will.
Wow, we are going wrong real quick, boys.
Off the rails, baby.
So back to the question here. First of all, Fast and Furious should have stopped after number 2.
You shut your mouth.
Fast and Furious and then Too Fast and Too Furious. Combs, have you heard of beating a dead horse? They beat the dead horse after
I don't
2,
beat horses
after Tokyo Drift, after 4, after 5. Hell, they said they were going to stop making number 7
Paul died, yes.
after Paul Walker died, and then all of a sudden, boom! There's 2 more freaking movies out there. Okay. Number 1 was cool. Fast and Furious was cool. Too Fast, Too Furious was cool too. But come on, now they're skydiving with cars out of planes. Like, this is so stupid.
I was at the movies.
So dumb.
Look, it's a movie. It's not supposed to be realistic. That's what movies are.
What do you... okay.
Michael Myers came back 17 times, and he got killed in every single show. Same thing with Friday the 13th. Same thing with Freddy Krueger. Like, that's what good movies and what good film series are. They keep coming back. How many times did Jaws die?
You are right. Good movies do that. Fast and Furious was trash after number 3.
Oh, you get out of here. That's it. We're moving on because I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Because I'm right.
The last one I got for you guys here. Would you? So I don't know if. All right, let me preface this by giving you guys a story. Did you guys see the story of that woman who saved her dog from the bear?
Yeah, she
by pushing the bear off the wall, saved their dogs. All right. Well, there was another story
I didn't see
in New York where they took a cop and he had to walk a beat because people were continuously being attacked by coyotes. So, let me ask you this. Would you rather try to save your dog by going up with your bare hands and pushing a bear off a wall? Or would you rather patrol a route that coyote has been attacking people?
Many of you know me with the Star Wars thing. The other thing you know about me is I love my dog.
You can't bring your lightsaber.
I would have to. It's the only way I can battle the bear. Okay, it's the only way. All right. So I would bring my lightsaber and
Jesus.
my 2 lightsabers that I have in my closet.
Wow.
I would bring those, and I would annihilate this bear because many of you who know me know how much I love my dog, and Buck is genuinely my best friend. I am guilty of kissing my dog on the mouth. I'm serious. I'm one of those people. Okay.
What the fuck?
I'll admit it. Okay. I love my dog. All right. So yeah, I would fight a bear for my dog.
You love
for
your
sure.
dog a little
I
too
absolutely
much.
Would. I would fight a bear for my dog.
But look, Buck, I figured it out. Nikki's not his girlfriend. Nikki's his Make-A-Wish sponsor. That's what this is all about.
That's ridiculous. So first things first. If you guys know coyotes, they travel in packs. So you wouldn't just have to fight off one. You have to fight like 5 or 6 of them, right? But so, I mean, I have been in the woods with a small bear, and bears scare the living crap out of me because they can like climb trees and stuff like that, and just like, good Lord. I mean, but like, my dog's sitting right here. He is licking his peanut butter right now. But so yeah, I would definitely fight a bear, punch him in the nose one time, and he'll be like, "Oh, I'm a little bitch," and run away.
You don't put peanut butter on hot dog. Wait a minute.
No, we have a peanut butter jar that we use, and he gets a lick on it. That's his little treat.
All right, so look, like if I'm patrolling the route, do I get a gun? Like, I'm a cop, so I have a gun,
you're
right?
A cop, I would assume that you have a gun.
I've got a gun, I've got tasers, I've got a baton, which, I mean, you're not going to be able to, like,
get over here, coyote.
beat off a coyote, but you're just, I mean... Oh, God.
Tase
it. So I'm going to go with the cop patrolling the route where a coyote has been attacking people, because at least I have a weapon. I'm not going up to a bear unarmed and trying to push it off a wall. Like, that's just stupid. Like,
it is not stupid.
If my dog is in a bear's mouth, and I love Piper to death, if my dog's in a bear's mouth, I'm sorry, Piper. It was nice knowing you, but it's not happening.
So Combs, I just Googled this, and the average average coyote pack travels in a pack of 9 to 12. How many shots are in a 9mm? Like 9, 10?
What if I got a 30-round clip?
I think it's 8.
I mean, you were in the Marines, so I'm
going with an AR with a 30-round clip.
We know your aim is not that good, so you're going to need at least 60 to kill all those.
Hey, Buck, you want to test that theory? We can go paintballing.
Hey, I used to play pro paintball, brother.
I'm too much of a girl to play paintball, man. I will not do it.
Well, doesn't hurt.
Yes, it does.
No,
dude,
it doesn't.
The first time I went paintballing. This is one of those stories that I never tell anybody. First time I went paintballing, I went and we were with a birthday group, or with a birthday party for my friends, and they went and we played with these college kids showed up.
Pause, Wyatt. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and bust your myth right there. Freezing paintballs does not hurt. It makes them more brittle and therefore easier to break, and then it doesn't hurt.
My neck was cut. They literally, it was like
we've already determined that you're a wuss.
Yeah.
Yes,
so go watch the Star Wars movies. Go kiss your dog on the mouth. And leave the paintballing and all the man stuff to us.
Wyatt, there was one time we were in a tournament in Omaha, Nebraska. I executed a guy in the back of the head 16 times.
I bet
right behind his ear.
I bet Nikki would come paintballing with us.
Yeah, she would.
She probably would.
Hey, fun fact though. Nikki has graduated high school, and Wyatt is still in high school. So, hey,
until tomorrow, I graduate tomorrow.
All right, guys, we'll be right back here on the Man Hour. Wyatt, I love you, buddy.
I love you guys too.
Hey there, Mr. White T-shirt wearer dude.
Mr. White Shirt Wearer dude.
Do you wear the same shirt every day?
Same shirt every day.
Do you do the same thing every day?
The same thing every day.
Don't you worry, Mr. White shirt wearer dude. Now with Man Hour merch, you can spice up your style each and every day. From hats to beanies to shirts, we got you covered, Mr. White shirt wearer dude. Shop at manhourradio.com. T-shirts start at $15. Shop today.
Why, thank you, manhourradio.com, for this awesome merch. Hats, t-shirts, $15. You can't go wrong.
Pretty obvious in that one. Dak's coming back off. You got Tom Brady, and did I mention 22 starters coming back?
When I say Lamar Jackson is trash, I'm not saying he is the worst quarterback in the league, but he is definitely not the best quarterback in the league. When you say somebody is trash, it is based off the perception of the general public. And welcome back to Man Hour, guys. Michael Buckeyes along with Brandon Combs and the Wyatt Williams. You can find us all on Twitter at manhour_buck, manhour_Combs, and of course, manhour_TWW for the Wyatt Williams. As this show has taken a left turn real quick tonight, boys.
Dude, you look like a freaking retarded Minnie Mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said Minnie Mouse, not even Mickey. You look like Minnie Mouse right now.
Yeah.
It's my Darth Vader helmet, boys, from Disney World.
Oh my god. Oh boy.
My lightsaber. This is what I would attack the bear with, guys. This bad boy right here.
Does it have batteries
I've got a green one and a blue one too.
I'm
In
convinced.
case you couldn't tell.
I'm convinced the bear would run away from you laughing.
That's why I would save my dog.
Wow.
Fuck.
I got nothing, man. Sorry.
I can't.
So Bo says this show has delivered tonight. I'm glad you are liking the show, Bo. This is us. We are just live, raw, and uncut, and have a great time. We sprinkle a little bit of sports talk in here every now and then. Speaking of sports talk, on the after show tonight, guys, we are going to talk Hawks and Knicks NBA playoffs and how chippy it got. So if you are a member, be sure to tune in over there, because if you like this, I got some hot takes over there as well, and I can talk freely and not have to be censored. So Wyatt says embrace it, or Bro says embrace it. So
sorry,
there you go.
that came out of nowhere.
That was some good old Chinese. I smelt it over here. That was an egg roll. Good job, Combsy.
I went to go talk and it came out.
Well, that's usually how your voice sounds anyways to us.
For you guys that don't know, like, look, I work a lot of hours during the week, and most of the times before the show, the things you guys don't see is I get home about 20 minutes before showtime, and so I eat my dinner while I'm on the show during breaks. So I ate my dinner, and I drink a little bit of my rum and Coke, and then that burp just came out.
Okay. Chase him off with the Coyotes with the belch.
I'll tell you what, you've got Combs would burp at the Coyotes. I would fight the bear off with the lightsaber and hat. I think we could probably take down any weapon on Earth with just me, Combs, and Buck.
So no, Buck's got weapons too. He's got two of them, and when they shit in their diapers, they're pretty potent.
That is why you didn't join me here for the trip to Indy about a month ago, Combs, or like or so.
Yeah.
Man,
I had prom that day.
River had the raunchiest gas, and like Combs was like, I think
Dude,
he's shit. And I looked,
he kept running
like,
up to
no.
me, and so it wasn't even River. It was
Trip.
It was Trip.
Yeah.
He kept running up to me, and I would pick him up and put him out the window of the hotel room, and he could see like the skyline, and he loved it. And then I'd pick him up, and I'm like, oh, Buck, I think you got to change a diaper. And he would run to Buck, and Buck would look in his diaper and be like, no, that was just a fart. I'm like, oh my God. It happened like 5 times. Michelle's sitting on the other side of the room on the bed, and she's like, I smelt it as he was running past.
These were grown men fart, man. It was raunchy.
I'd be proud.
Yeah. I was super proud till the way home till he was hotboxing me like the way.
It was like rolling down the window.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and get back into some sports talk here. So NFL OTAs are well underway here, and I watched some highlights of the Baltimore Ravens mini camps here just the other day. And Lamar Jackson has been taking a lot more snaps underneath center. So as you guys know, 98% of the snaps last year when Lamar Jackson was at the quarterback was in the shotgun or pistol formation. So Wyatt, I'm going to kick it to you first here. Does Lamar Jackson playing under center this year more help him or hurts him?
I think it helps him more. I think that it adds a new dynamic to the offense. Anytime that you can roll around and expand your game in more ways, I think that always helps you. So, I mean, running under center just adds a whole new dynamic to the play-action pass game as well as the run game, too, with handing the ball off to J.K. Dobbins, who had a really good rookie year last year. I'm really expecting a lot of good things from him coming in the future. So I think, like I said, it just adds in a whole new dynamic to the offense. You run out of the I form, all that good stuff running under center, break it down to the football basics. So, it is what it is. I think it'll be fun to watch. Like I said, it will definitely add to more play action. I think that's something we'll see a whole lot more out of the offense, which, I think if Lamar Jackson can get some accuracy situations under control, I think that will just expand his game even further than what he's already done so far in his short career. So I'm very excited to see where this goes. I think it's a good thing.
So does this make them Super Bowl contenders by moving him under center?
I mean, I think they were already Super Bowl contenders. I mean, they just went 13-3 or 14-2 just 2 years ago, something like that.
Right.
He won an MVP. They were the number 1 seed. Last year, they even had a good year. They haven't had a bad season. The Ravens are always one of those teams that will always be they might not be the biggest Super Bowl contender, but they're always going to be a Super Bowl contender. They're just a good team always. So I just think that, with the defense, it's been pretty good. Historically, always good. It was even good last year. I think that they'll just, they'll figure it out, and I think they'll be a Super Bowl contender, yeah.
So, fun fact, the Denver Broncos have a better chance of winning the Super Bowl than the Baltimore Ravens. So, just want to put that out there. Per Vegas odds, I'm not even kidding. I'll be 100% serious. Combs, does Lamar Jackson playing underneath the center help him?
Yes. And I said that last year. I said that they've got to run a package where you don't know whether he's going to run or pass. And that wasn't always the case with Lamar Jackson. That's why the Baltimore Ravens were beatable. If he's coming out from under center and he's getting comfortable with coming out from under center and they can develop any sort of run game, this is a dangerous team, a really dangerous team. And so I like the idea that he's coming from under center a lot more. I think that it can only help him from coming under center a lot more.
Yeah. So you guys are both spot on here. So when you go under center here, you add the dynamic of the bootleg. So what I mean by the bootleg is, when you run a 36 reach and, and the running back is running to the right, Lamar Jackson can boot to the left. He can be a handoff, or it can be a actual boot. What this is going to do is it is going to freeze the linebackers. The linebackers have to, quote, slow play this so they read their proper reads and then they flow one way or the other. So with that being said, this is definitely going to help the running game 100%. but I think it is going to hurt the passing game just because Lamar Jackson has happy feet as is. He doesn't like standing in the pocket. And when you're underneath center, you take your 3-5 step drop, you are only 5 yards from the center. You want your 9 to 10 yards that like he is used to having. So I think that is going to hurt the passing game, but will help the running game. And this does make them a more dynamic team, and it makes them a lot more scarier, especially to a team like the Kansas City Chiefs that struggle with play action quarterbacks in the end. So Wyatt, do you think this hurts the passing game as well, or what?
No, I think, like I said, I think it just adds to it. I think that, some of your biggest pass plays, especially coming from a running offense like they have, I think come out of the play action. I mean, I'm not sure what the exact numbers are, but if I had to guess, probably 70% of the passes that come out of the Ravens offenses are probably out of the play action as it is because of how run based they are. So, I mean, if you just add that, if you let's say you hand the ball off 3 times in a row to J.K. Dobbins and he gets 20 yards accumulated between those 3 runs, you line up in the exact same formation, they're going to think you're running it again. You pull that ball back, release it downfield, you've got a guy right there. I mean, I think, like I said, it just adds a whole new dynamic to the offense, and it adds to both. It adds to the run game, to the simple fact that you can run more plays now if you're under center because you already know how to run out of the shotgun. That's the thing you have to know before you even enter the league. And then you know how to run under center now as well. So it just adds to the running game through that, as well as it adds to the passing game because it also makes the defense respect your run game even more. They have to if you're in the I formation, you've always got to be watching for the run. It's a fact. You have to be watching for the run 24/7 if you're in the I formation. Whether if it's 3rd and 27, if the Ravens come out in I formation, you have to at least have somebody there waiting on the run. So it just adds a whole new respect level to the run game from other defenses. So it'll help both the run and the pass game tremendously, I think.
So what you're saying in a roundabout way is that the passing game will be a lot more dynamic this season, even though Lamar Jackson's accuracy is mediocre at best?
No, I'm saying that it gives Lamar Jackson more opportunities to have easier throws to make, which is always better to help out your team to give them better opportunities. That's what I'm saying.
Combs, I'm going to kick it to you. For everything that you said and everything that you heard Wyatt say, are the Ravens the favorite in the Super Bowl if Lamar Jackson can successfully run underneath the center?
No. The AFC is so stacked, and they're not better than the Chiefs. I don't think that they're better than Buffalo. I mean, I think the Chargers are better than them. So there's not. That was funny.
I think me and Bo just came as friends.
There's not, much you can do. They're still, maybe the arguably the 3rd best team in the AFC.
Yeah. So let me bring up this comment here. Tori Anderson says, shout out to him. We miss you too, bud. He says they are successful if he can get his completion percentage up. Isn't that every team in the NFL though? Hey, if you just completed 5 more passes, you would be a Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
Come on. That is a Wyatt Williams answer. # waffle to Mr. Tori Anderson there. But the facts are, guys, is that Lamar Jackson is a trash quarterback. Let's just be honest. You can put him you can put him under center, you can put him in the pistol, you can put him at wide receiver where he probably should be, and he is still not going to be successful passing the ball because he
completed 64% of his completions last year. 66%
how many of those were over 10 yards
the year before?
How many of those were over 10 yards?
Come on, Buck. 36 touchdowns to 6 interceptions.
I don't care. I don't care.
113 quarterback rating for an entire season. Last year was 26-9 with a 99.3 quarterback rating.
Okay. So you are giving me all these stats of like 10 yards and under. He can't push the ball down the field. He cannot stretch defenses. That is why
he stretches defenses with his legs.
You can still have 8 guys in the box. You cannot.
You're gonna have 8 guys in the box that get burnt in the secondary.
You cannot win a championship on the legs of a Lamar Jackson. I'm telling you that right now. You cannot win a championship.
I don't disagree with you there.
I don't disagree.
But he's not to call him a trash quarterback is just it's a false statement.
it is a false statement because he has one win in January, right?
Oh my god!
And like that was because King Henry turned into Queen Henry, like I said he would, and they got lucky. Let's just be flat out honest. And then you can say, "Oh, they only lost to
You
Buffalo
keep
because he got a
saying
concussion."
that's because I said. That's because I said. You also said you would stop calling him a trash quarterback if he won a game in January, and then he did that, and you still call him a trash quarterback.
I did say that.
He actually won 2 games in January.
He did not.
He won a regular season
last
game.
regular season game.
When we say January, we mean playoffs. So don't even give me that crap. The only reason why that regular season got pushed back is of COVID. Let's just be flat out honest with let's just with that. But come on, like so you guys are telling me that Lamar Jackson's a top 10 quarterback in the league.
Yes.
Yeah.
Top 10. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So what would I tell you if I told you Lamar Jackson was number 14 on my list?
I mean, your list really doesn't make much sense. I mean, you've got the Lions.
You've
better
probably
than the
got Jared
Buccaneers,
Goff
too, so.
at 1. So I'll tell you what. I'll call my losses on this one.
Okay. Well, I will give you 10 quarterbacks better than Lamar Jackson in no particular order.
No,
Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Kyler Murray,
yes,
Matthew Stafford.
Yep.
Maybe not Kyler. Okay, I'll give you Matthew Stafford.
I agree with those 5.
Okay. Russell.
Wilson.
Yes.
Yeah. If you're counting the first 6 games of the season.
Well, Russell Wilson. And then I'm going to go Kirk Cousins.
You're out of your mind.
No.
Okay.
No.
Out of your mind.
Okay. Baker.
He can't win in January either.
Out
he doesn't
of your
even get to
mind.
January.
Baker Mayfield is not better than Lamar Jackson right now.
I think Baker Mayfield, maybe. That's another toss-up for me.
That one's a close one, but I
think so.
Ben Roethlisberger.
No.
Not right now, no.
No.
Career-wise, over his length of his career, maybe, but not right now. You're out of your mind.
10 years ago, sure. Now, no.
I still got 8. There's Josh Allen.
All right.
Better than him. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I'll give you Josh Allen.
Okay, so there was 9. And then number 10, ready for this? Carson Wentz.
Get the fuck.
I gave you guys 10 quarterbacks that you all agree on that are better than Lamar Jackson, but you guys have.
What about, is Andy Dalton better than him?
No, Andy Dalton's number 15, Lamar Jackson number 13.
13, okay. Who are the other 3 quarterbacks that are better than him?
Well, you guys nixed Kirk Cousins, and I have Jared Goff sneaking in there at number 12.
You're out.
Stop it.
What? Tell me I'm wrong.
Like, what do you mean?
You're wrong.
You're saying stupid stuff. Like you're having a stroke again on air.
It's not stupid. You guys are just
What do you
jealous
mean
because
it's
I'm
not
right.
stupid? Jared Goff? Come on, man.
Jared Goff is going to have a great career in Detroit.
No, he is not.
No, he's going to be there for a year, maybe
He's
2
gonna win,
if he's lucky.
He's going to win 4 or 5 games this year, and he's not even going to be their starting quarterback next year.
He's going to win 5 games in 6 weeks. What are you talking about?
He could win 5 games in 6 weeks. He's still finishing the season 5-13.
10-7, boys. I changed it up. 10-7.
You're out of your mind.
Let's
Even
go ahead
Bo
and take
doesn't agree with you, and he's a Lions fan.
Let's go ahead and take a quick little break, guys. On the other side of the break, we got Shop Talk. If you guys would like to talk about anything or call in, feel free to call in 812-406-8384, as we will be willing to talk to you about anything. However, do not come up with just like want to chit chat. Get a question handy and answer the boys here. So what did Tori say? I didn't.
He said his list of everything that Buck says that are insane. 1, everything.
Well,
That's
you know
his
what,
list.
Tori? You're not wrong, I guess. We'll be back, guys, here on the Man Hour. And welcome back to the Man Hour, guys. Michael Buckeyes, Brandon Combs, and the Wyatt Williams tonight. Shop Talk is now on. Phone lines are open. But if you guys have missed any part of the show whatsoever, head over to youtube.com/Man Hour and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon as we do upload the clips each and every day, 7 days a week over there. Let's go ahead and bring everybody back onto the screen here, guys. Our shows have taken left turns. It's taken right turns. But it is time to talk a little bit of shop talk. But the one question that I want to ask you guys first, just before phone lines start ringing or we have people want to talk stuff in the chat, I want to talk college baseball. So the College Softball World Series started today, and the College World Series baseball starts in just a week or two as well. So Combs, what intrigued you more? Is it college softball or college baseball?
Man, both. Like I can't really. I have to go Wyatt's way on this one because I can't pick one. Like, I just love the sport. And college baseball is awesome. I love watching the College World Series, but I also love watching the Women's College World Series. Yeah. Michelle and I went to Buffalo Wild Wings on Sunday, and we had lunch there, and the college, the playing games for the College World Series and the Women's College World Series were both going on, and we were watching both of them. And so I can't really pick one that I like more, to be honest with you. I think that the girls are so much fun to watch in the Women's College World Series. I love the game of softball, but I also love the game of baseball. And, they're both equally as exciting. They're both equally as fun to watch. So I just can't pick one on this one.
Why? What about you?
Well, I have a little bit of a bias because I have got to call women's D1 softball, which, by the way, is incredible to watch.
Here we go.
What?
Here, just pound yourself on the chest, Wyatt. I got to call a D1 softball game. I got right ESPN. Come on, man.
He is the best broadcaster in Southern Indiana. So, good, Wyatt.
One of the coolest experiences of my life was getting to watch a women's college softball game up close and in person. Yeah. I will go softball because it was absolutely awesome. And I actually do watch it on television during the College World Series. I watch both, but especially the college women's, the softball World Series. That is awesome. So I'll go softball.
Yeah, I have to go with softball as well, just because I think the talent pool in softball isn't as spread out across the landscape. So you have some really, really great teams out there.
You went to K-State. They have a really good softball program there at K-State.
We didn't have a softball program when I was there.
Really?
Actually, yeah.
What about baseball program? Was your baseball program alive then?
Oh, it was alive, but we were not very good. Kansas was the dominant team in the Big 12 when I was there. So
yeah, and then TCU came along.
Yeah, and to Texas too. So, guys, we do have our first caller of the night here. So let's go ahead and welcome the caller to the show. Caller, what is your name? Oh, he hung up on us. Called, failed.
Was it Joey's mom?
It was not Joey's mom. Come on, man. You know better than that.
I heard she's got it going on.
Hey,
who is this?
It's Combs Jr.
Combsy Jr. What's going on tonight, buddy?
Oh, God.
It's going.
Yeah. What's the question you got tonight? Is it about Tim Tebow? He hung up on us again, man.
Oh,
sheesh.
I wasn't going to ask to talk to his mom.
We do got another caller coming in. Caller, what is your name?
Javier Gonzalez.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
I'm good.
Good. How is it there in Southern Florida?
Oh, man, it's hot as hell.
Rub it in. Here in Southern Indiana, it's like 60 degrees and been rain for like 4 days straight. It's stupid.
Oh, that's nice, man.
It's nice.
Don't forget, I'm from Boston, but
what's your question you got?
I have a question about basketball.
Yeah.
Topic a little bit about. I love LeBron James, but I hope he loses. You know why?
Why is that?
Because when I grew up in basketball, Michael Jordan, he's the best ever. And don't forget, I grew up in Boston, and I hate Michael Jordan, but So it's like if he lose, I hope he doesn't lose. But if he lose tonight, it's gonna be a whole riot.
I couldn't agree more. Javier, how do you feel about LeBron James and his whole career? He's actually, and he doesn't do it all the time, but he's made a habit of walking off the court. And when his team is losing big, he's made a habit of quitting on his team. I mean, the Dallas Mavericks have a trophy because he quit on his team.
Yo, Dallas is gonna win this year. Duga, I don't care. Anybody say he's gonna win.
So you're
listen,
the Mavericks winning it all, huh?
It's not that. It's what I see on TV in the stats. He's doing it. He's young, and he's not from USA. He's from a different country, so he's making a stamp for not just USA, but from his country. Just like I'm a Miami Heat fan, Dragic.
Yeah,
he made his. I'm sure that he's telling him do your thing. But anyways, like I say, I wish LeBron would win tonight because he played for the Heat. So I don't hate him, but he have to step up. He have to take over the FK game. He have to take over.
So do you have a problem with how he walked away from his team the other night?
Yeah, you know why? Because in teams, it's all about family.
Yeah,
right.
So I did have a problem with it, but imagine if you're LeBron James, you have so much pressure, not with NBA, with family, with friends, with agents. People saying that if he lose, AD, they might trade AD. So it's like, so he's like, you know what, man? When you sign for this, he has to make it happen, just like he did with the Heat. When Boston, when Boston said Boston was what 3-2. If they win, the Heat out. He took over. He have to learn to take over. Forget if you do or die, you have to take over the game, man.
But how can you teach a 36-year-old man to take over? He has never done it his entire career. Yeah, he's never been that guy that just takes over. When?
When he was down 3-1 to the Warriors, he took over then.
Well, listen, you know why LeBron is going to take over? Because they say he spent over $1 million on his physical. He go to what? Like hydraulic.
Cryogenic.
He does all that shit in Miami. He still does
but
it. He does all this
that's
shit.
fine.
Okay.
That's all good and well, Javi. Like, he spends that much money. Why did he need to take an extra 6 minutes to go get treatment?
Exactly. The age is not going to do it. He looks bad, man. I seen him last game. You know what? But he's shooting jump shots. He's tired. He's old. He need help, man. But
for sure,
tonight's over, man.
All right.
It's over.
All right, well, Javi, thank you for the call, and we definitely appreciate you chiming in on the chat line. You have a great night, bud.
Appreciate you, Javi.
All right, bud.
Yeah, so Wyatt, let me give you like a little follow-up question there. So you said LeBron James here. We got Combs Jr. calling in here real quick again.
Oh God.
So Junior, are you going to hang up on us again?
Is that Mickey Mouse Wi-Fi in the mountains of New Hampshire?
No. We're having a wicked bad storm right now.
Oh, that's wicked cool.
He said wicked bad.
Wicked bad. Yes.
All right. Well, first off, I wouldn't want to talk to my mom either, Dad. Second off,
wow.
Second off, I just have a really good question for Wyatt though. Like, who hurt you? Like, why the Packers? Why are you Star Wars fans for one? And for two, who the hell kisses their dog on the damn mouth? Okay, that's messed up. You probably run out of peanut butter like it's nothing.
So let me defend Wyatt here real quick. I kiss my dog goodbye every time I leave the house. So
do you kiss him on the mouth though?
Yeah, but not.
No, I kiss him like on the cheek.
Yeah,
I do the same thing with Piper.
Mouth,
that's not the mouth.
McGraw.
I mean, Wyatt's like that old lady from you remember that movie Something About Mary, kissing and making out the that's what Wyatt does with his dog. It's gross.
Nasty.
So why are you going to defend yourself? Like, why do you like Star Wars? Why do you kiss your dog on the mouth?
Why do you like the
I don't know why more people. I think a lot.
We don't care, Wyatt, because this is the Man Hour and the after show has officially started, guys. So Combs Jr., thanks for the call, big guy. We definitely appreciate you watching and helping us out over there.
Have a great night, guys.
All right, man. You have a good night.
You too.
All right, guys. So the after hours has started here. So head over to youtube.com/Man Hour if you are a member. Click on the link. I just posted it in the chat here. So Wyatt will be able to defend himself in the after hour show. So we'll let him talk over there, possibly. Combsy, send us out, big guy.
Man Hour Nation, rise up.